man. We just sitting out here. Nah, I was watching, man, on the thing, and I be saying, well, they always talking about men putting their hands on women and shit, and I noticed that these motherfuckers with that badge and gun, they quick to put their hands on women, and don't nobody look at them as, hey, he was like, is he doing his job, but he still put his hands on a woman. I'm talking about got physical slam. I was watching one nigga threw a black girl in the air, just slammed her like this. They just be doing rogue shit. It's like they be egging a lot of loud. Like, it ain't all police. They got some, man, out of 99%, out of 100% of police, only probably 2% that's really like, that's like they can understand and see where motherfuckers coming from. But the rest of that 98%, they be on some straight just go overboard with it. And I see a lot of men police officers I be watching, they be whooping women ass. Know that they don't get criticized for it or nothing, but let another nigga down the street put his hands on his woman, slap shit out of, boy, they gonna shame you, all type of shit. But the police can do it and it's okay.
Yeah, nah, they ain't gonna come for the police like that if you think about it. The thing is, it's the pedigree of person that they bother. It's always a level of judgment before they shout judgment up on the person that acted out and might be out of pocket.
Right.
They gonna judge the victim first. That's just that's the culture. And
For them to whoop women ass?
Nah, I ain't say that. You making up shit.
No.
So I'm saying the culture is to judge the victim before you judge the perpetrator. You're gonna look at their pedigree.
Yeah.
And what cloth they cut from, if they worth bitching about, if they worth any grievance. I'm not gonna level no grievance about somebody that's downtrodden, is what I'm saying as far as the culture.
I see what you're
This is a
saying.
downtrodden person.
They don't.
You can do them like that. Like, they get a green light for that type of shit.
And that's not
That's
cool.
the culture.
Yeah, that's their culture.
No. That's the United States.
States culture. Oh.
Yeah,
My
that's the
bad.
culture.
Okay. Yeah, they've been doing it for years.
It's not that it's just, it's just a thing. One thing for sure, two things for certain. White boy always felt like he had a past to abuse humans. Period. I don't give a fuck what their sex is.
Yeah.
What their age is. What their race is. White boy always felt like and always have been in a position to believe that and trust that he won't have any reprisal or retribution
To what he do.
for being exploitive, disrespectful, mean, evil, and inhumane to people.
Yeah.
So whenever they decide to do so, say, man, the people there, man, come on, man. Do a motherfucker any kind of way, man. Them people used to feed children to alligators. They used to hang niggas, they'll tie a nigga to a tree and stack some wood up under them and set it on fire and let the nigga cook. And it'd be damn near 75 to 100 some white folk right there looking at it, watching it with their children. Watching the nigga burn. They put that in that's what they put in their blood. They put that in their genetics through those different efforts and practices. And many folks from generations before today, they saw it and they spawned children into this generation that have that in their blood. It's okay. They don't. That's why you get them where they'll do a mass shooting. They'll shoot up some shit. They don't care who they shoot. You know what I'm saying? They shoot everybody. Anybody can get it. They'll hurt their own. There's just that beast of
In
the
them.
night. It's in them.
It's young.
So when you look at that, you gotta know what you're dealing with. Some people don't know what they're dealing with. They think they're dealing with humans.
Yeah.
Some people not human.
No.
Yeah, they got different DNA. They don't have the same. We don't have that. Like a lot of a lot of people on Earth don't have human DNA. A lot of people on Earth have DNA that belong to beasts. They are they should be in the wild. They should be in the wild. They're worthy of being in a zoo, in a cage somewhere. And they project it on to the human folks, the folks that are more humane. And they create conditions. The beast create conditions that provide for humans to act just like them, i.e., heroin, coke, crack, being shoved off in the black communities throughout the United States to trample over and hinder and create a degenerate cycle in the black community, where the black community was patronizing the act of lifting themselves up by their bootstraps. And you couldn't lift yourself up by your bootstraps if you was able to have you a good night on town and somebody introduced you to crack or either heroin. Now you turn into a whole some other somebody. You know what I mean? And you having you a good time, and you spawn that off into another generation by having a crack baby or a heroin baby or a Percocet baby.
Sir, baby.
Or syrup baby. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a generation of humans that we not observing, not we, but when it come to criticizing a certain culture, that's not observed. What's observed is the direct effort and behavior of a man or a woman. Why they acting like that? Ooh, I can't stand them type of people. Ooh, and then it get into classism. Where they come from? Oh, where was they raised at? Who raised them? What's wrong with them? Oh, I wasn't raised like that. And now it's like, you it. No, you it. You it. No, you it. And don't nobody look at what created those type of people. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, most of many black folk, our culture come from spirituality. It come from spirituality. You know what I'm saying? We holy people, but shit, when it comes to the poison that was laid up on us, shit, we turned into the beast. So now we share the same demonic and evil ways that a non-human patronize. And that's why a lot of people are able to say, like, damn, okay, well, black on black crime. That's able to be pointed out for a reason, because it was a strategic effort to create that condition. It ain't that just happened.
Yeah.
For someone to say, oh, black on black crime, and they acting like it's appalling or it's something that's interesting or questionable, is only addressed that way because obviously that's not the nature of the man or the people. Not the man, but those people. That's not the natural nature of those people. but that nature had been stimulated by many different elements through our life. You know, it's been done with not only drugs, you know, lead poison, putting people in certain communities where the land have a large amount of lead, asbestos, and different chemicals that create a degenerate and easily manipulated mind where a child can end up being defiant toward their parents and not allowing a proceeding generation of indoctrination to solidify within a new generation. So the generation before you, they can't teach you shit. you looking at this, you want to be a part of this generation. You got propaganda, you got the television, you got movies, you got music, you got your peers that take to the propaganda before you do. And if you hold fast to your teachers in your household, you the square. Nobody celebrates you. You become ostracized. You're a weirdo. Then you might come on out of your weirdo shell and patronize that your peers, what your peers put before you. You might go and share that with your peers, you know, and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna get out there, man. I wanna have fun too. When your parents was trying to shelter you and teach you about this world. And I always tell people, you better know where the fuck you at. And I say that just to say that, and it's not shallow, but it leads to the question, what you mean, baby? Man, you better know where you at. Things that go on, they don't happen for nothing. They happen for a reason. And of course, everybody can't blame their deeds on an orchestrated outside entity. Everybody got to take responsibility for their own actions, but make no mistake, opportunities are opportunities for growth. The opportunity to grow, the opportunity to just be, sometimes it's gotten in the way of. And it's gotten in the way of by many of the apparatuses that I just spoke of. You know, and that's a truth. Along with just knowing, nigga, you gotta know yourself and be yourself. You know yourself and be yourself. You know, that's what it boiled down to. But that arrive at a certain point in your life. When you're in an impressionable point in your life, for as you growing up, you're a child, adolescent, juvenile, this, that, and the third. You got so much shit coming at you so fast, so heavy. You got a culture shock that you're toiling with, and you don't got no control over it. The culture shock. Cultures change, they flip, they change so fast, and you got to keep up.
And get lost.
To be, you got to keep up just to be
irrelevant.
Not to be relevant, but to be. Just to be. You know, you won't even be if you don't keep up. It ain't to be relevant, just to be. So you it's just like you'll have a college boy that want to play hustler. You get what I'm saying? You done had those.
Yeah.
We know about people. You got some people that made it pro football players, and they was selling dope and doing shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga Sapp, what's his name? Something Sapp. The nigga was selling dope, man. Warren Sapp or something like that. You got. It's just the culture is being manipulated. It's not out. It's not. It's nothing wholesome that's being made available. So much degenerate shit is being propagated and put in front of us to observe as a quality of life. So you're not having a quality of life unless you're an asshole or a degenerate, a douchebag, a crook, a liar, a cheater, a fool. You know, your quality of life is, oh, that nigga a square. Oh, man, look, that nigga going to school. Look at him. Oh, man, he gets straight A's.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So when that's propagated to people, and that's a culture shock, it's in the culture change. Oh, it keep changing, and nothing ever high five prosperity. Oh man, my nigga just graduated from doctorate. He got a doctorate degree. Ain't nobody out there at the park with him at his barbecue for his doctorate degree, but his grandma, his aunties, and his sisters and brothers and friends, close friends. But man, such just got out of jail. Shit, everybody out there celebrating. Bitches twerking, climbing, and rolling on poles, and they showing off. The police show up. You know,
yeah, run niggas out.
No, not even run niggas off. Yeah, but I remember I liked reminiscing on how I liked
them up and ready to do it again.
Not even so much just giving you notoriety. Nigga like, damn, the police even know this nigga like, yeah, man, I know, boy, but I know you been gone, and the police catching up with you. You know. Shit, oh man, officer such, you still on the force? Like, that's what gets celebrated. It's a culture shock, and the culture is always a shock, and it fall on you. You end up being like, well, damn, okay, well, my parents and my loved ones, they ushered me into effort of civility. I'm civilized. I'm not that.
Yeah.
And then you end up feeling like a recluse because your parents taught you to be different. what you end up you are, but you're not embraced, right?
Nah,
who,
you ain't want
to. Who don't want to be embraced? So that's where you get the schoolboy nigga that want to go and play over with the bad guys and do goofy shit because he want to be embraced. Now, that's a teenage or adolescent mindset.
You
but
still
then
got grown
as an adult,
like that.
no, as an adult, it's the quality. It's the quality of life. Some people don't observe a quality of life where they'll feel like, okay, well, because I used to wonder when I was working at UTMB, I used to see a lot of doctors, and I know them niggas get good money, man. Them niggas was driving Toyotas from the 80s. I'm working at the hospital like in 99, 98, 99, 2000. These niggas ride them little old photo Toyotas and Hondas and shit. They got rusty door handles and shit. I'm like, man, motherfucker, this nigga jump out with a doctor suit on, like, and you see some of them pulling up in Lexuses and Benzes and shit. And I'm like, man, what the motherfucker like shit, man, I don't need that shit. That's a solitary man.
Yeah.
That's, you know, some people not able to be sure about themselves. Some people need notoriety.
Right.
Some people they have to have cheerleaders. They have to have co-signers.
Like you said, that's why you got to know yourself, be yourself.
That's the culture shock.
Yeah.
The culture shock. You're not supposed to patronize the culture that is being put before you. You're just supposed to be yourself.
Yeah.
Just be you. You know what I'm saying? Be what your people raised you to be. If I go and plant a garden and I plant a seed, whatever that seed is I plant, that's what's supposed to grow. It ain't supposed to turn into something else. These motherfuckers have been planted on earth and have allowed the universe, not the universe, but allowed different culture shocks to turn them from a rose to a fucking weed. Nigga, you was planted to be a rose. And you done turned to a weed because of the culture.
A lot of people done got fucked up.
That's
like
what I'm
said.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
boy.
what I'm saying.
Well, look, man, we
You
should
supposed to be what you were planted and groomed to be.
know yourself, be yourself, man. For real, that was some real shit. We coming back.